Okay, so in today's session, we have to see about the load torque. Load torque is nothing but it is the amount of torque which they will require for the applications and induces the friction load and the gravitational load. So if you see load torque is generated due to the load which we are connecting at the output of the motor. It means what? If you are connecting load at the output, load can be anything. If you are putting their inductor, if you are putting their capacitor, or if you are putting any device like AC, you are putting any if you are putting your fan, you are putting their refrigerator, this all we are calling as a load, because when we are using the DC machines, at that time what will happen, we will get the EMF that will be given to the load. So firstly we have to see what does mean by load, which load we are using in the DC machines, DC motor और DC generator के साथ हम कौन से लोड यूज कर रहे हैं. Firstly we have to learn this thing. So what we are saying, when we are using the DC motor or a DC generator, at that time armature and conductor will rotate. So when we DC motor will be rotate, at that time it will produce the rotational kinetic energy, and it does by exerting the torque on the load. If you see our previous session, we have studied about the EMF equation, then we have seen about the torque. At that time, we have seen when we will see about the mechanical power, we will get the equations of the mechanical power in the form of torque and the angular speed. Pm equal to tau into omega. So what we are saying, when we are giving the power supply to the DC motor, at that time the rotor will start to rotate and it will produce the kinetic energy. So it can be done when we are giving the torque on the load. So it can be done by giving the load. So here we have to see about the which load we are using and how we are giving the torque on that load. So firstly, we will see about the types of load which we are using here. So the device which takes the electrical energy, we can call this as the electrical load. If you see, when we give the power supply, at that time only you can start your computer. If you are giving the power supply, at that time you can start your television, you can start fan. It means what, the any device which can take the electrical energy, we can say these devices as the electrical load because they are taking the energy. So we are calling this can be worked as a load. So what we can say, electrical load is the device which consumes the electrical energy and which will convert that electrical energy in the form of other. It can be a current, it can be into other form like heat, like light, work, etc. Anything. If you are using your microwave oven, what we can do, when we give the power supply, जैसे हम स्विच उसका पावर सप्लाई में कनेक्ट करते हैं, when you will turn on the switch, at that time heat will get generated. It means what, we can say microwave oven as a electrical load because it is taking electrical energy and it can convert the electrical energy in the form of heat. So what we can say, there are different types of electrical loads available which are again divided into two types depending on how we are using this load. We are using this load on the commercial purpose, we are using this load on the industrial purpose, or we are using this load as a domestic level. We are using this as our at our home. So if you see, electrical load are divided into the different types depending on the nature of load and depending on the power system load, how we are taking the power. If you see about the power supply, if we are using the power supply at our home, we are using the single phase. If you see on the industrial level, they will require the higher amount of power. So what we can do, we can use their three phase. As per that type, you can divide the load into different types. That can be a resistive load, that can be an inductive, that can be a capacitive, that can be a domestic, that can be a commercial, agriculture, or a industrial. So we have to see one by one. Firstly, we will see about the resistive. If we are having the any device which can take a electrical energy and which are converting that electrical energy in the form of heat or in the form of light, that time we can say that device as a load. It means what we can say here. If you see, I have given the some examples: the lamp, heater, toaster, oven, coffee makers. These are the simple examples of the resistive load, because what they are doing, they are taking the electrical energy. So, if you see, the resistive load will take the flow of electrical energy as an input, and they can convert that electrical energy in the form of thermal energy. So, we can say the device as a resistive load. And we are saying the device as a load because when they are converting electrical energy into thermal, at that time they will do their some drop out. It means what? Some potential voltage will get lost as a power loss. So what we can say, when resistive load are taking the electrical energy and converting it into the thermal energy, at that time they are doing some energy drop out. So here if you see some examples for the resistive load, these are nothing but toaster, oven, heater, all these are taking the electrical energy and giving us in the form of heat or in the form of energy, which will be can be used as a light. So we can say this device as a resistive. So the resistive loads take power in such a way that current and voltage will remain same. It means what? These are nothing but in the same phase. It means what? If we are giving the input which is having the higher value, which will be a sinusoidal, at that time at the output also we will get the same phase. There will be no phase difference. So we can say by using the resistive load, we will get the current and voltage that will be in the same phase. Thus, if they are in the same phase, we know power is equal to V into I. So what we can say here, if you calculate the power factor for the resistive load will have the value as a unity, because both are voltage and current are in the same phase. Now we can see about the inductive load. We have to see these loads one by one, because we are using these loads when we are giving the torque to that load. When we are giving the torque on that load, at that time motor will start to rotate. So firstly we have to see this load. So you can see here inductive load. So we know when there is a concept of inductor, there will be the concept of coil. And as there is a concept of coil, if there is inductor we are using and there is a coil, at that time there is a concept of magnetic flux. Because when you will give the power supply, at that time that conductor will cut by the magnetic flux and EMF will get introduced according to the Faraday's law. So in the inductive load, there is a concept of magnetic flux, magnetic field. So what we can say, the inductive load will use the magnetic field to do what? Because what inductive load are supposed to do, it will also give us one form of energy, that will be in the form of, if you see here I have given the some examples: dishwasher, washing machine, compressor in the refrigerator. These are using the magnetic field as the input, and they are giving us the energy at the output. So we can say these are nothing but the inductive load, because these are found in the variety of household items which are having the moving parts. When we will give the power supply, at that time, vacuum cleaner, dishwasher, washing machine, these are start to rotate, and this will give in the form of coldness. Refrigerator will give the coldness. If you are using the AC, you will get the air. It means what? We can say when we are using the inductive load, at that time they are taking the magnetic field and they are giving us the magnetic field storage in the form of any type of energy. That can be a air, that can be a coldness. So what we can say, when we are using the inductive load which will have a coil, because we know when we are using the inductor at that time it will have a coil. Inductor का construction ही वैसा है, it can be done by using the copper. And we know copper is a good conductor. So what we can say, inductive load has a coil which can store the magnetic energy. And when current will pass through it, current का pass होगा जैसे तुम power supply दोगे. So what we can say, when we will give the power supply at that time, inductive load has a coil which will start to rotate when we will give the power. And current wave of the inductive load, if you see about the resistive, what we are saying, in resistive load current and voltage are in phase, but when we are using the inductive load, at that time if you see, current wave is lagging behind the voltage. So, as current is lagging behind the voltage, obviously power is nothing but V into I. तो जैसे इनका रिलेशन है वैसे ही पावर का रहेगा. So what we can say, the power factor of the inductive load will be also having lag value with respect to the input, because we know when we are using inductor as a load, inductive device as a load, at that time we know here current is lag behind the voltage. So power factor will be also lagging. Now we can see about the capacitor. When we are using the capacitor, we know when we can use the capacitor, capacitor can store the charge. If you see our fan, यदि तुम कभी ऊपर का फैन बंद पड़ जाए, कभी ओपन करके देखोगे, वहां पे भी हम कैपेसिटर यूज करते हैं. Why we are using the capacitor? Because capacitor is used to store the charge. जैसे तुम्हारा पावर ऑफ होता है, कभी इलेक्ट्रिसिटी का इशू होता है, लाइट बंद हो जाता है, एट दैट टाइम इफ यू सी अबाउट अवर फैन, तो क्या होता है, फैन को बंद होने में थोड़ा टाइम लगता है. जैसे ही इलेक्ट्रिसिटी बंद हुई वैसे ही तुम्हारा फैन बंद नहीं होता है, बिकॉज in fan we are using the capacitor, and capacitor can store the charge. When it will start to discharge, at that time there is some amount of charges, so it will take some time to make the discharge. So what we can say, when we are using the capacitor, at that time current will be lead. इंडक्टर के ऑपोजिट करंट, इंडक्टर में क्या था, यहाँ पे इफ यू सी व्हाट वी आर सेइंग हियर, करंट वेव इज लैगिंग बिहाइंड द वोल्टेज. But here if you see about the capacitor, capacitor will store the charges when it is used in the charging phase. So when it will go for the discharging, at that time there are some amount of charges. So what we can say, when we are using the capacitor load, that time current wave is the leading as compared to the voltage wave. So same you will get the equations for the power also. If you see some examples for the capacitive load, you can say capacitor banker, three-phase induction motor. These are using capacitor as a load. The power factor of this type of load will be also leading, because here current is leading as respect to the voltage. So here we have to see now about the domestic. Domestic means what? The which electronic devices are using the electrical energy, and which we are giving the energy in the form of any type of heat, you can say light, you can say air, any type of these devices which we can use at our home. This load we can say as a domestic load. So domestic load we can say, this load is defined as a total energy consumed by electrical devices in the household work. It depends on our living standard, on our weather and our residence. So the domestic load mainly consists of light, fan, air conditioner, refrigerator, microwave, grinder, heater. You can say these are nothing but the domestic load. So if you see, most of domestic load are connected for only some hours during a day, and some, if you see, we are using continuously. If you see, we are using the fan, most of the we are using the fan. But if you see microwave, oven, these we are not using the continuously. So what we can say, these are also domestic because we can use these devices at our home. These devices we are calling as the domestic load. So what we can do, we can say here, domestic load will also consume the energy, and they can convert that energy in the form of heat or the light. So what we can say, or any other form, etc. You can take any form. Okay. So the domestic load consumes the very little power, and it will depend on the, it will independent from the frequency. They are consist of lighting, they are consist of cooling or the heating, because for these concepts, for lighting, for cooling, for heating, we are using this domestic load. Now we have to see about the commercial. If we are using any electrical devices for the commercial purpose, if you see here, we are giving the lightning to the shops. If you see the office structure, there are the number of chairs. Here also we are giving the lots of lighting. It means what? We are using here electrical loads that can be used for the commercial purpose. That can be used in the shop, that can be used in offices. These devices we are calling as the commercial loads. So what we can say, these devices can be used in the market, restaurant, can be used in the offices, can be used in the shops, and these are considered as a commercial load because these loads we can use commercially. And this type of load occurs for more hours during the day as compared to the domestic load. Because if you see malls, office, shops, we are using lights, we are using fans continuously. So what we can say, if you see, these type of load are using more as compared to the domestic load. These are occurred more hours. Now we can see the industrial. Industrial. Industrial load consists of small scale industries, medium scale industries, large scale industry, heavy large scale industry, and cottage industry. So what we can say here, when we are supposed to use the electrical energy at the industrial level, at that time we can say these devices as the industrial load. And if you see, they are using continuously. So as compared to the domestic and as compared with the commercial, these loads are using continuously. These are using more hour as compared to the domestic and the commercial load. So the induction motor that form a proportion of the composite load and industrial load may be connected during the whole day. So we can say here industrial load can be used continuously, and that can be used more hour as compared to the commercial and the domestic load. And these are composite load because composite load is a function of frequency, voltage, and these are nothing but the major part of the system in which we are using the concept of voltage and the frequency. So these are the industrial load. Now we have to see about the agriculture or the irrigation. So it means what? If we are using the electrical load at the aggregation level, at the agriculture level, at that time we can say these as a agriculture load. So motor, pump, you can see here, these we can use in the irrigation system. So we can say these are nothing but the agriculture load, and we are using this motor and pump to supply the water for the farming. So we can say these are nothing but the agriculture or irrigation load. Generally, these are supplied during off-peak or a night hours because at that time there is a no temperature, there is a cool weather, cool climate. So we are using these loads at the off-peak or a night hours. And this type of load is mainly motor pump set load which we are using for the irrigation. And the load factor of this load is very small. It is like a 0.15 to 0.20. This load we are calling as the agriculture load. Some other classifications of the electrical load. So what we are saying, when we are classifying the electric load, this is depending on how we are using that electric load. How we are using that electric load on the domestic level or the industrial level or the agriculture level, or we are using these for the resistor, capacitor on these things. So what we can say, again we can classify these electrical loads on the type of load nature, and we can classify electrical load on the type of phase. We are using the single phase, so at that time we can say that type of load as a single phase load. And if we are using the three phase, single phase means what? If we are giving the power supply from 0 to 180, 230 volt actually, if you see, actually we are using the 230 volt, and in three phase we can use the voltage 415, 415. We can use the voltage 415 volt for the three phase circuit. So if we are using the three phase load, at that time that type of electrical load हम उसको three phase बोल सकते हैं. And if you see on the type of the electrical load nature, we can again classify it into linear and the non-linear. So linear means what? If the value of load is having the relations for the current and voltage, that is linear. It means what? If current is changing linearly with respect to the given voltage, that type of load we can say as a linear load, and this will follow the Ohm's law. So Ohm's law क्या बोलता है? V equal to IR. So if value of current is changing linearly with respect to change in given supply voltage, at that time we can follow the Ohm's law and we can say this type of electrical load as a linear load. And if it is not following Ohm's law, and if the value of current is not linear with respect to the value of given supplied voltage, जो हम supply voltage देते हैं उसके linear में नहीं है, वो जो current produce हो रहा है, at that time we can say this as a null. And if you see, it takes lesser current as we are applying the higher amount of voltage. But if it was linear, if we are giving the lesser voltage, it will give the lesser current. If you give the more amount of voltage, it will give the more amount of voltage, more amount of current. It means what? In linear load, current is linear with respect to the applied voltage, and in linear, non-linear में क्या है? The generated current will be non-linear with the applied voltage. That we can say as a non-linear load. Now we have to see the dynamic. ये नहीं होगा लेकिन ये बड़ा है concept. Dynamics of motor and load combination we will see in next class. Okay, so we will revise our today's session. So in today's session we have studied about load torque, and we know torque is a quantitative measure of the tendency of a force due to the rotational motion of the conductor. Conductor is nothing but here we are using a armature. So it is the moment of force that produces the rotational change, and the value of torque which we are giving on a load, it will decide how the DC motor will rotate. Because when we are giving the power supply, at that time as torque will get introduced, it will exert the torque on that DC motor and it will start to rotate. So firstly, we have to see which load we are using here. There are different types of electrical load we are using in the DC motor. The device which will take the electrical energy, we can call these devices as the electrical load. And if you see, electrical loads are divided into different types depending on nature of load and depending on which power system load we are using. If we are using the resistive load, we can say that electrical load as a resistive. If we are using that electrical load for the commercial purpose, at that time we can say these as the commercial. I have given here some examples for each and every type of the electrical load. In resistive